One, two.
Hello out there in YouTube land, Rival here. Thanks for stopping by. I got something pretty special on the turntable for you guys this week, so we will dive right in. I have had my pre-order in for quite some time for one of the Chaves Redencion 228 Midtechs, and here it is. So it comes shipped in a nice fatty little leather or fatty pouch, and here it is. So to give you guys a size. Sorry about that. Give you guys a size comparison. Here is an 0550 ZT, so something a lot of people are, especially on this channel, are going to be familiar with. So they are pretty darn close. Blade length is 3 1/4. Overall is like 8 inches, 7.9 inches, 8 inches, somewhere around there. It is a brick. I'll tell you that's one of the downsides to this knife. But depending on what you're looking for, it is one badass beast. You can see the stock thickness in that. Just a hair bigger than 1/8 of an inch thick. Same thing with the slab. So this thing is thick and it is heavy. 7.6 ounces. This weighs at like 5.6 ounces. So this thing is a brick. It's even heavier than like my Quayback Quaken. Big knife. Well, you can see one of the things that this knife is probably more known for is that Chaves skull clip. Pretty damn sweet sculpted clip. I was surprised. I figured it was going to be really stiff, but going in and out of pocket, I mean, it has some decent spring tension. And it slips right in and out of the pocket really, really easily. Almost more so than some, standard bent clips that I've had. So I'm impressed with that. I like that. Plus, it's a badass clip. So the knife itself, I'm pretty pleased with this. So I put my order in on August 1st. I got my invoice on New Year's Eve. Some of the first ones of these I saw, they had more of a bead blasted finish. It appeared on the blade, and the logo placement was different. The logo placement was like right here in the middle somewhere, which always just kind of looked awkward and off to me. So this blade actually has a darker finish. It almost looks acid washed. I think it's just a heavy blast, but not a bead blast. And logo placement there by the thumb stud. Really should call these thumb lugs, because those are some big ass thumb studs. Everything on this knife is big. Pivot's big, oversized, very nice. And then it's got a stop pin for the blade. It's got a stop pin for the close position. It's got a lanyard pin, and then 2 standoffs right here, 1, 2. So pretty simple construction. And the blade. So it is on roller bearings, and that 3.2-inch blade, S35VN Steel, so a really nice steel. I will tell you, the only other criticism I have of this knife is out of the box, the edge was garbage. The blade, I mean, the thickness, it is one thick ace blade. Like I said, just over 1/8 of an inch. But it is a deep hollow grind, so the cutting edge, the slicing edge, is really thin. You can kind of see how that thins out. But the edge that was on here, I've got an Edge Pro Apex, so I put a new edge on here, and I had this edge at 22 degrees. I want to go back and profile it to right around 20, because that's about my preferred per side angle for most EDC style tasks, but the tip here makes for a little bit trickier. It looks cool, Spanto style, so it's hollow grind, flat grind in the tip, but that huge belly combined with that flat grind, so you can see how stocky that tip is. You can see how, I'm trying to show you how obtuse the very tip is as a result. I get you guys? It's going to be hard to focus on it. But anyways. Hello. Focus. Sorry, guys. Well, anyways, you're just going to have to trust me. But that tip, I mean, you can even kind of see in how I've got it ground. I'll throw some pics up at the end of this. But even at 22, it still is kind of a small bevel for the type of knife that this is, for the size of blade that is. But at least now it's hair shaving sharp. Out of the box, it wasn't even hair shaving sharp. I was kind of disappointed in that. But no big whoop. We got that new edge on there, and it slices 10 times better now. I will say that tip, I mean, it's definitely going to be good. Not necessarily piercing, but if you've got to do any work with that, any digging, any slicing, anything, you know, scraping or anything that requires leverage, you know, especially if you were like skinning or using the belly to do some work, that reinforced tip really it's going to be a big help. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I'm extremely pleased with this knife. I will say, so the blade is really tight. I've had it for 3 days now, and still definitely not broke in. I wouldn't exactly call it buttery smooth, so hopefully those bearings are going to break in. I hear and read on the forums that, you know, after a couple of weeks, these things really loosen up. You know, I've never had a knife that you could call bank vault solid lockup. You know, I've heard that term slung around a little bit here and there. I know what it means now. These slabs are thick, and that lockup you can see is just about 50%. So you've got almost you know, these slabs are just a little over an 1/8 inch. So you've got at least a 1/16 of an inch, you know, almost half that slab engaging. And this thing is bank vault solid is the only way I could put it. I've handled a couple of Medfords before, and I thought those things had pretty tight lockups. I mean, this thing easily matches some of the lockups that I've seen on those, which is pretty impressive and pretty sweet. So if you don't mind carrying a brick in your pocket with a big fat clip on it, this is one badass knife. As far as I know, you can still go sign up for his newsletter to get the information for your down payment if you want to put in an order for one of these. I know some folks that were still taking orders as of the beginning of December. You're going to have a little while to go on the wait list, but if you're interested, I mean, I would definitely consider this one of those knives to get in on. It is a beast of a folder and a tank of a knife. I got lots more stuff coming up, you guys, so definitely stay tuned. I teased this a while ago, and I promise I'm going to be making this video real fast, and that's for that Fellholter tie bolt light. I've had about a month with it, and I want to share my thoughts. And I got a couple more pimp job videos coming up real shortly too, so like, subscribe, thanks for stopping by, peace.